Hello and welcome back to a brand new video where today I finally show you my brand new car. A lot of you guys have been requesting this on social media, so if you do want to follow me on social media, guys, there'll be links, guys, down below in this description, where a lot of you guys are going, hey Matt, when are you doing a car video? So I've had the car now for around about 8 months, done plenty of upgrades to it, and I thought, why not show you the beast itself? So if you do enjoy today's video, guys, then be sure to give it a massive thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment down below on what wonderful jazz. It's a Seat Bocanegra 1.4 TSI, 220 brake horsepower. It's honestly like a go-kart. It weighs about 1.1 tons. 0 to 60 is about 6 seconds at the moment. Top speed around about 145 miles an hour. So it's pretty damn awesome. And by the way, it's limited edition, only 250 made in white in the UK. So yeah, so today is the day I finally show you my brand new car. Just making sure my hair looks pretty good for the video. Well, hello there, how's it going? So finally we're inside the Bocanegra. We're basically gonna go for a drive. We're gonna talk about the car, talk about what I like about the car, what I dislike about the car. I mean, to be honest, there's gonna be more positives than negatives when you buy a car, because at the end of the day, why would you buy a car which has more negatives than positives? I mean, unless, unless it's your first ever car and your dad's like, this is what you're having, because if you crash it, then, you know, it wasn't too expensive. So maybe your first car, who knows? But right, so today, I'm going to take you guys down some country lanes, you know, talk about why I bought this car Pacific. I mean, it's a performance sport coupe, according to Seat. And you might be like, Matt, why did you buy a Spanish car, like a Spanish reliable? Well, if you think about it, Seat is owned by the Volkswagen Group. And if you guys know Volkswagen, they own Bugatti, Lamborghini, Skoda. I know they own Skoda, right? But Skoda, you know, still a good car make. They own Audi, like I said. They own Volkswagen. And to be honest, this car is built of basically every brand possible, pretty much. I think Seat, all Seat did was build it, I think. Because this car is basically the same engine as a VW Polo GTI, which is a 1.4 TSI, which produces 180 brake horsepower. However, I prefer this over the TSI. I mean, so there was 3 options you could go for, which was the exact same car which the guys over at Volkswagen provided. So you had a VW Polo, which was a 1.4 TSI, which was a Polo GTI, if you guys are curious. And to be honest, it's a good car. I mean, I like the Polo. However, it didn't really look mean. It didn't really have a performance fact. It always had performance, but it didn't really look like, you know, it didn't stand out. It wasn't like, ha 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 ha, I drive this beast of a Polo. Or like you say to your friends, what car do you drive? I drive a Polo. It doesn't really sound that angry, but Bocanegra sounds like, oh yeah, Bocanegra. And I believe in Spanish, Bocanegra is black mouth, I believe, and that's why at the front the car has a black mouth, for anyone curious. I actually recently found that out. One of my friends, Jamie, if you watch one of my Top Golf videos, he knows Spanish, and he was like, Matt, Bocanegra means black mouth or black face. It's one of those two. I think it's black mouth, hence why the car has a black mouth. I was like, oh, pretty interesting. So you had the VW Polo GTI, pretty awesome. You had the what was the car? You had the Skoda Fabia 1.4 TSI with the VRS. To be honest, the Skoda Fabia is a pretty good car. However, it's a Skoda. I mean, Skodas are okay, but it's like, what do you have? I have a Skoda. I mean, However, you say I have a Bocanegra, you're like, whoa, what's a Bocanegra, Matt? So yes, we went for the Bocanegra, and all three cars are pretty much the same. However, you know, different bodies, different styles. Pretty much, there's plenty of different things regarding each car. I mean, I think Top Gear might have done a video on this maybe, but there's plenty of different reasons why you want to go from one car to another. So the reason why I went for this car, it's a 1.4 TSI, standard at 180 brake horsepower. However, the good thing with this engine is it's very good to upgrade the ECU, so the engine control unit. So a lot of people like to do, and you've probably heard this before, either an ECU upgrade or a remap. Now, this car was upgraded by APR. It was quite expensive. I think it was around about £450. However, definitely worth it if you have a car like this. It went from 180 brake horsepower to all the way to 220 brake, a 40 brake horsepower increase. The torque went from 180 something to 225 or 230, which, to be honest, that's a big increase on the torque. I even have the sheet of paper, which I'll show you guys, which has my performance chart, which I was like, oh my days, like how amazing was the performance upgrade. And to be honest, it changed the car. I don't think I could drive this car without the remap, so that's one of the reasons why I went for it. So it's a 1.4 and it's very light. It's like a go-kart. It's about 1.1 tons, which, to be honest, it's very good. It's something which I really enjoy. It's because it's so light, I can beat pretty much any car off the line, which, to be honest, beating any car off the line, I've recently not had a race, you know, we don't race at all, but I recently saw someone at a traffic lights in a BMW 335i, and let's just say, you know, no racing or anything, but I beat him off the line. You know, we got to the traffic lights, and yeah, like I put the foot down just a little bit, you know, within the speed limit, guys. We weren't speeding, within the speed limit, and it was fantastic. Like, the speed of this car is for real, and everyone's like, it's a 1.4. That's right, it's a 1.4 TSI. Like, my friends call it the toaster. Like, this car has a very small engine, and you might be like, well, Matt, like, how can you have so much power? Well, guys, the guys over at Seat and the guys at VW were like, well, we're going to put in a 1.4 and we're going to make it twin charger. We're going to have a supercharger as well as a turbocharger. So this car is twin charged, hence why it has so much power. And to be honest, it's just like, oh, like, it's amazing, because the MPG is around about, like, if in town, 32 MPG, on the motorway you can go up to 50 MPG if you drive economical. But in this car, you do try to drive economical, but really, do you want to drive economical is the real question. But no, it's a very lovely car to drive. So the upgrades which I've had to the car, one of the reasons why it's the top of the range model is we have things, like we have a few things, like we have the skirts to the car, we have a dual exhaust system, a dual pipe exhaust system, which looks amazing. We've got like some nice side panels, we have a nice front splitter, we have a spoiler, then we have two spoilers, I guess, joint onto one another. We also have a few other features, like we have chrome interior, like chrome like rings around the interior. We also have these bucket seats, we have shifted paddles, where it's an automatic, it's got sport mode. It's just amazing. Now, one thing you might be like is, Matt, why does this car look like a Lamborghini, or why does the steering wheel look like a Lamborghini? Well, you might not be thinking that, but I'm going to bring the topic up anyway, is that this car was designed by someone from Lamborghini. But to give you some information, if you do search up on Wikipedia, I do tell my friends it was designed by Lamborghini. It was designed, however, the guy got sacked by Lamborghini. So whether or not that's a good idea or not is a different thing, because I'm like, did he get sacked or not? Like, that's the biggest thing. But no, so he apparently got sacked, but he joined Seat and was like, you know, I'm going to design an amazing car. And to be honest, it looks amazing. It looks the bee's knees, and I'm very excited about it. We've also had something to point out, it's sports suspension. So this car is slightly lower than others because it's got sports suspension. It's quite stiff, and to be honest, having stiff suspension, you might see in the footage here, we are a bit bumpy going up and down, which is fine. You know, I like the stiff suspension, go around corners. It's you know, a very nice car to drive. So like I said in the intro, this car is limited edition. So there's 1 out of 250 made in white in the UK, and then there's 1 out of 250 made in a burgundy red. Personally, I prefer white. I don't know, it's maybe my cup of tea, but I personally like white cars. I think they look really smart, and Like, the red looked good, however, it's a red burgundy, it looks okay, but personally, white car with black wheels, red brake calipers is honestly the thing. So, talk about a few things about positives and negatives, which I like, which, you know, about the car, about the Bocanegra. So, positives, cheap tax, good fuel economy. We have, it looks amazing, people give you amazing looks, it's fast, it's quick. I mean, fast and quick, the same adjective, but you know, we're including this in the video. It's fast, quick, off the line, it's supreme, it's just amazing. One of the negatives, which I have to, you know, point out here, guys, is, you know, just pointing out like a bit of a negative here, is one of the negatives with the car is that it likes to use oil. And I know every car uses oil, but one thing about the car is it likes to drink oil like a performance car. Because it's DSG, by the way, it's DSG, it's dual single, is it dual single clutch? I don't know. Dual single gear. DSG means something, which means a dual clutch system. And the pedals, it's just like boom, boom, boom. You don't even take your foot off the pedal. It's just honestly incredible by the speed this car changes gears. So one of the negatives is the oil. Like, I'm probably checking the oil, I'm probably filling up the oil every maybe 4 to 6 weeks. And most cars, you don't really need to put in much oil, but because it's a performance car and it's fast and it's using a lot of oil, I guess a bit, you know, for the turbocharger and the supercharger, I guess this car does use quite a bit of oil. So that's really the only negative, really. Other than that, like, this car is amazing. If I do recommend, I do definitely recommend this car if you are thinking about getting a new car. It's reasonably priced as well. You can pick one up for, you know, so this is a few years old, and I got it for around about just under £10,000 with about around about 35,000 miles on the clock. And to be honest, it's marvellous. Like, my friend drove this car the other day, and he was like, Matt, I have a BMW 330i, and I have more fun in this. This car's a very fun car to drive. Some guy just overtook me. All I was doing was putting on the cameras to start recording, but some guy just overtook me. So this is the road. I'm just going to quickly just show you this road, how amazing it looks. And what we're going to do is we're just going to drop down a few gears just with the paddles here and just show you what it's like. So I'll be a little bit quiet so you can hear the performance. But if I drop a gear, oh, a little bit, oh, let's go, woo! Oh my days, woo! Oh my, this road is amazing. One reason I love living where I am. Look at it like this. Look at this. Look at that for a hill. We're going down. We're going up, baby. Oh my. This is the road, guys. This is the road I was talking about. Oh my. Slow. Turning vehicles likely. Well, the probability apparently of vehicle turning is likely, chaps. But no, a lot of people, like, look at the views. Like, this road is amazing. I simply love the view down here. It's, you know, amazing. I mean, hello cyclists, hello, how's it going, chap? Hello. But no, like, if you live nearby or you want to go for a nice drive and it's pretty much just straight roads, or even learning to drive here, like for example, that guy there was a learner. Like, this road is honestly a very good road because it A, helps you get up into the gear changes, there's hardly any traffic, hardly any, like, there's no cameras or anything like that, and, you know, it's a very safe road indeed, and it's very good for learning. So what we're going to do here is, let's drop it down a gear, shift it, 5th gear, 4th, 3rd, whoa, this car's quick, woo, whoa, 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 bit of a bumpy road there, chaps, woo. And by the way, this car has a 7-speed gearbox, just as amazing. And like corners in this car is pretty damn awesome. So, like for example, we're going to take a nice corner here, and just by going round, it's just, oh, it's so blissful. It's so blissful. We have a nice bit of a corner coming up here, chaps, and we're going to take this corner. It says slow down, but look, we can just take it. Oh, it's just around the apex, down on the straight. Oh, this road is amazing. So before we do end the video, I thought I might as well show you the interior of the car and what it's like to sit inside a Seat Bocanegra. So first things first is the seats. The seats are lovely. They're bucket seats, they're black with red stitching, which is a very good feature indeed, especially when the lights do turn on. You see like a red Bocanegra B sign, you got B in the stitching of the seats. It looks like a sports car. It's a sports coupe. I honestly love this car to bits. We also have chrome around the dials. We also have chrome around the heaters. We also, which is funny, something which I really like, is we have some like carbon fiber. Now, by the way, it's not real carbon fiber. We're not in a Lamborghini here, but it's carbon fiber. Like, it looks like carbon fiber. We've got carbon fiber around the gear stick, carbon fiber on the steering wheel. Something which I really enjoy is the steering wheel itself. It's a very nice, very like Lamborghini. We have a B on the steering wheel. We also have something which I like about is when you turn on the lights, you got a sign. You got the B for Bocanegra stands out on the lights, which I think is something pretty cool. The lights, by the way, are in white. I have a white car, but for me, like, white dials or white lights for me is pretty cool. My friend recently purchased a BMW 330i, and the interior lights is orange, and for me, orange is okay, but I wish it was white. But personally, the interior is fantastic. You got Bluetooth for your phone. You have climate control, you have air conditioning, you pretty much have everything you want inside. The only difference, probably a slight negative, is the fact that we don't have heated seats. But overall, paddles, lights, pretty much what you want on a day-to-day car. But, you know, I thoroughly enjoy the interior. I give the interior like a really good rating. If it had heated seats, it might be a little bit better, but overall, it's very comfortable inside the Bocanegra. So if you did enjoy today's video, then be sure to give it a massive thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment down below your thoughts about the car. Do you enjoy it? I thoroughly enjoy it. So anyway guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Adios chaps. So this is a little sneak peek of the after scenes. I'm running up and down like a fast man. I'm running up and down, getting those camera shots when my dad's driving. I'm like, we're using Bluetooth to call each other. It's honestly pretty damn awesome. So I'm about to record the final shot now on this corner. Should be pretty cool. But no, I thought I might as well include this in, give you guys a bit of footage. But yeah.